Be prepared. Tomorrow something is about to detonate in the cosmos, and most people have absolutely no idea what's coming. This isn't just another planetary alignment. This isn't just another transit you can ignore. Tomorrow, January 22nd, 2026, Mercury, the planet of mind, truth, and communication, collides with Pluto, the lord of the underworld, at the exact same degree in Aquarius. And when these two forces meet, it creates what astrologers call a truth bomb, a moment so intense, so revelatory, that it has the power to completely shatter the illusions you've been living under. The lies you've been telling yourself, the secrets others have been hiding from you, the uncomfortable realities you've been avoiding, all of it surfaces tomorrow. But here's what nobody is telling you. This isn't just about uncomfortable revelations. For 3 specific zodiac signs, this truth bomb isn't destruction, it's liberation. It's the moment they finally reclaim the power that's been stolen, suppressed, or buried for far too long. And if you've been feeling like something is pressing down on your chest lately, like there's a weight you can't quite name, keep watching. Because there's one specific reason why this pressure has been building, and I'll explain exactly what it means later in this video. So stay tuned. But first, you need to understand what's really happening tomorrow. Because while everyone else is going about their day completely unaware, you're about to witness one of the most transformative cosmic events of the entire year. And if you're one of these 3 signs, or even if you're not, what unfolds in the next 48 hours could change the trajectory of your entire life. This isn't your average planetary meeting, this is a cosmic detonation. Let me be clear about something. Mercury and Pluto meet up every year, but this time is different, and here's why. We're not in Kansas anymore, we're in Aquarius, the sign of revolution, technology, the future, and sudden awakening. Aquarius doesn't do things slowly, it doesn't ease you into change, it strikes like lightning, and when it does, everything you thought you knew gets turned upside down in an instant. Now imagine Mercury, the planet that governs your thoughts, your words, your messages, your conversations. Imagine that energy merging with Pluto, the planet that rules power, secrets, transformation, and everything hidden in the shadows. When these two collide in Aquarius, it's like someone just hacked into the mainframe of reality and exposed all the hidden code. Tomorrow, the truth doesn't just come out, it explodes. And here's the part that should really get your attention. This isn't random chaos, this is targeted revelation. The universe is strategically exposing exactly what needs to be seen so that those who are ready can finally step into their power. Think about it. Have you noticed how heavy the energy has felt lately? How conversations seem more intense? How certain topics keep coming up that you've been avoiding? That's not coincidence. That's the build-up. Tomorrow is the release. And while some people will crumble under the weight of these revelations, others, specifically Aquarius, Leo, and Taurus, will feel something completely different. They'll feel the chains finally breaking. Because what's being revealed tomorrow isn't just truth for truth's sake, it's truth that sets you free. The purification happens today, and you need to know this. But before we get to tomorrow's explosion, something crucial is happening right now. Today, January 21st. And if you miss this, you won't understand why tomorrow's truth bomb is so powerful. Right now, as you're watching this, Mercury is passing through what ancient astrologers called the Cazimi, the heart of the sun. This is one of the most fortifying, purifying positions a planet can occupy. When Mercury enters the heart of the sun, it's like the planet is being baptized by solar fire. What does this mean for you? It means your mind is being upgraded. The mental fog, the confusion, the second guessing, it's being burned away. The sun is purifying your ability to see clearly, to think sharply, to communicate with authority. This is why you might have woken up today feeling different. Maybe you had an intense dream last night. Maybe a sudden realization hit you out of nowhere this morning. Maybe you finally saw through someone's lies or your own self-deception. That's the Cazimi working. That's your mind being prepared for what comes tomorrow. Because here's the thing, you can't handle the truth bomb unless you're strong enough to receive it. The Cazimi ensures that when the revelation comes tomorrow, you're not destroyed by it, you're empowered by it. You're given the insight today so you can wield it as a weapon tomorrow. And this is just the beginning, because there's another force at play here that almost nobody is talking about, and it's the secret ingredient that transforms this from a painful revelation into a power reclamation. The wild card, Black Moon Lilith, enters the chat. Here's where things get really interesting. At the exact moment Mercury meets Pluto tomorrow, there's a third player in this cosmic drama, Black Moon Lilith, and she's forming a harmonious sextile from Sagittarius. Now, if you don't know who Lilith is, let me tell you, she's the archetypal exile, the part of you that was shamed, silenced, cast out for being too much. She represents raw, untamed feminine power, the truth that refuses to be domesticated, the voice that will not be silenced, the instinct that cannot be controlled. And when Lilith connects with the Mercury-Pluto truth bomb, something explosive happens. The truth that gets revealed tomorrow isn't just information, it's vindication. It proves that what you've been feeling all along, what you've been sensing but were told was wrong or crazy or too intense, it was right. This is why, for the three signs we're about to discuss, this isn't just a revelation, it's a reclamation. The parts of themselves they were told to hide, to suppress, to be ashamed of. Those parts are about to be weaponized as their greatest strength. Lilith doesn't apologize, she doesn't ask for permission, and when she teams up with Mercury and Pluto in Aquarius, she doesn't just tell the truth, she roars it. And that roar, it's about to shatter every cage that's been holding you back. Now, before I reveal which three signs are about to experience this massive power shift, I need to tell you about the pressure you've been feeling. Remember when I said there was a specific reason for that heaviness in your chest? This is it. Why you've been feeling that pressure, the real reason. For the past few weeks, maybe even months, something has felt off, like there's a weight pressing down on you, like you're carrying something heavy, but you can't quite figure out what it is. You wake up tired, your patience is shorter, small things irritate you more than they should. Here's what's really happening. You've been living under a lie and your soul knows it. Your conscious mind might not have figured it out yet. You might not be able to name what's wrong, but your body knows, your energy field knows, your higher self knows, and it's been trying to get your attention. That pressure you feel, that's the truth trying to surface. That's your authentic power pushing against the false narrative you've been living under. It's like a volcano that's been building pressure underground, and tomorrow is the eruption. For some of you, the lie is external. Someone in your life has been deceiving you. A partner, a friend, a colleague, a family member. They've been hiding something, and your intuition has been screaming at you, but you've been ignoring it because facing it feels too scary. For others, the lie is internal. You've been lying to yourself about what you want, about who you are, about what you deserve. You've been playing small, dimming your light, accepting less than your worth, all because somewhere along the way you were convinced that's what you had to do to be safe, to be loved, to be accepted. But tomorrow the pressure releases, the truth erupts, and for Aquarius, Leo and Taurus, the three signs standing at the epicenter of this cosmic detonation, the eruption doesn't destroy them, it frees them. Let me show you exactly how. Aquarius, the phoenix rising from the ashes of the old self. Aquarius, this one's for you, and you need to hear this carefully because what's about to happen is going to feel like death before it feels like rebirth. For the last 15 years, while Pluto was moving through Capricorn, you've had this massive transformational planet sitting in your 12th house, the house of the unconscious, hidden enemies, and self-undoing. You've been battling demons you couldn't see. You've felt like you're fighting invisible forces. You've struggled with self-sabotage, with fears you can't name, with a sense that something is holding you back but you don't know what. But now Pluto is in your sign, and tomorrow when Mercury meets Pluto in Aquarius, the revelation comes. The enemy was never external. The prison was in your own mind. The truth bomb detonates and suddenly you see it. All the ways you've been holding yourself back, all the stories you've been telling yourself about why you can't, why you shouldn't, why you're not ready. All the times you dimmed your brilliance because you were afraid of being too different, too weird, too much. Tomorrow you realize those weren't your beliefs, those were programs installed by a world that fears what it can't control. And you, Aquarius, you are fundamentally uncontrollable. You were never meant to fit in, you were meant to stand out. The power you reclaim tomorrow is the power of self-definition. You stop asking for permission, you stop waiting for validation, you stop trying to make yourself palatable to people who will never understand you anyway. With Mercury conjunct Pluto in your first house of identity, your voice becomes your weapon. You speak your truth without apology. You claim your space without explanation. You become the living embodiment of the future you've been waiting for. And here's the most powerful part. When you finally own who you are, when you stop hiding, when you let your freak flag fly, you give everyone else permission to do the same. You become the revolutionary, the change maker, the one who went first. That's your power, Aquarius, and tomorrow you take it back. Leo, the sovereign reclaims the throne. Leo, we need to talk, because while everyone else is focused on Aquarius, since that's where the conjunction is happening, they're missing the fact that you're standing directly opposite this cosmic explosion. And that means you're feeling it just as intensely, maybe even more so. When Mercury and Pluto meet in Aquarius tomorrow, they're activating your 7th house, the house of partnerships, marriage, contracts, and open enemies. And here's the brutal truth that's about to be revealed. Someone has been draining your power, and you've been letting them. Maybe it's a romantic partner who constantly needs you to dim your light so they can feel bigger. Maybe it's a business partner who takes credit for your ideas. Maybe it's a friend who only shows up when they need something but disappears when you need support. Maybe it's an entire relationship dynamic where you've been giving and giving and giving, and they've been taking and taking and taking. Tomorrow the scales fall from your eyes. You see it clearly. The manipulation, the control, the subtle ways they've been making you feel like you're the problem when really they're terrified of your power. And here's where Lilith comes in, that wild, untamed part of you that you've been suppressing because you were told it was too much. She rises up tomorrow and says, "No more." The power you reclaim is the power of sovereignty. You remember that you don't need anyone's permission to shine. You don't need to make yourself smaller so others feel comfortable. You don't need to sacrifice your light to keep the peace. Leo, you were born to lead. You were born to be seen. You were born to command attention and respect. And anyone who asks you to be less than that, they don't belong in your kingdom. Tomorrow might bring a confrontation, it might bring a breakup, a business split, a friendship ending, or it might just bring a massive internal shift where you finally draw the boundary you should have drawn months or years ago. Either way, you reclaim your throne. You remember that partnership means equal power, not one person dominating while the other shrinks. And once you remember that, everything changes. Your power is your presence, your confidence, your refusal to play small, and tomorrow you take it back. Taurus, the architect who finally builds on their own terms. Taurus, you've been carrying a heavy burden, haven't you? You've been trying to build something, a career, a legacy, a reputation, but it's felt like you're building on quicksand. Every time you think you're making progress, something shifts beneath your feet. Here's why: you've been following someone else's blueprint. When Mercury meets Pluto in Aquarius tomorrow, it squares your sun or rising sign, activating your 10th house, the house of career, public reputation, and authority. And the truth bomb that detonates is this: the path you're on, the mountain you're climbing, the structure you're building, it's not yours. It's what you were told you should want. It's what looks good on paper. It's what makes sense to everyone else. But your soul is screaming that it's wrong. Maybe you've been in a career that pays well but kills your spirit. Maybe you've been chasing a goal that looks impressive but feels empty. Maybe you've been building someone else's dream while your own dreams collect dust. Tomorrow you can't ignore it anymore. The truth is too loud, the misalignment is too obvious, and here's the scary part: there's no easy fix. This isn't about tweaking your resume or asking for a raise. This is about a complete restructuring. But here's where your power comes in, Taurus. You are the builder, the architect, the one who can take raw materials and create something solid, something lasting, something real. You've just been building the wrong thing. The power you reclaim tomorrow is the power of agency. The power to say, I don't care if this path made sense. I don't care if I've already invested years into this. If it's wrong, I'm walking away and I'm building something new. With Pluto squaring you from the 10th house, you're being forced to destroy the old structure so you can build something authentic. And yes, that's terrifying, especially for you, Taurus, who values security above almost everything. But here's what you're about to discover. True security doesn't come from clinging to what's familiar. It comes from building on a foundation of truth. When you finally align your external life with your internal values, when you finally build your empire instead of someone else's, when you finally use your incredible work ethic and determination in service of your vision, that's when you become unstoppable. Tomorrow might bring a resignation, a business pivot, a complete career change, or it might just bring the clarity that you need to start planning your exit strategy. Either way, you're reclaiming the power to build your own legacy. And that, Taurus, is everything. What happens after the truth bomb drops? Here's what most people don't understand about Mercury-Pluto transits. The revelation is just the beginning. The real transformation happens in the days and weeks after. Tomorrow, January 22nd, the bomb drops. The truth explodes into your awareness. But the very next day, January 23rd, something crucial happens. Mars enters Aquarius. Mars is the planet of action, of willpower, of momentum, and when Mars enters the same sign where you just had your massive revelation, it's like the universe is handing you a sword and saying, okay, now do something about it. This is why this week is so powerful. You're not just getting insight, you're getting the energy to act on that insight immediately. The truth empowers you, and Mars gives you the courage and the drive to make the changes you need to make. Cut the toxic relationship, quit the soul-draining job, set the boundary you've been avoiding, start the project you've been delaying. Whatever the truth bomb revealed, Mars says, stop waiting, move now. And here's the most beautiful part. Just 4 days after all of this, on January 26th, Neptune enters Aries for the first time in over 160 years. This is the beginning of a completely new spiritual era. An era where passive spirituality transforms into active spirituality, where we stop waiting for the universe to save us and start wielding our power to create the reality we want. The truth bomb of January 22nd isn't just clearing out the old, it's making space for this new energy. It's giving you the clarity you need to step into this new era with purpose, with power, with vision. You're not just getting your power back, you're being prepared to use it in ways you never imagined. The question you need to ask yourself right now. So here's where we are. Tomorrow, the truth bomb drops. For Aquarius, Leo and Taurus especially, massive revelations are coming. Power is being reclaimed. Chains are breaking. But here's the question you need to sit with right now, before tomorrow comes. Are you ready to handle the truth? Because let me be honest with you, some truths are uncomfortable. Some revelations shake your entire world. Some awakenings require you to let go of people, places and identities you've held onto for years. The easy path is to ignore the truth when it comes, to rationalize it away, to convince yourself it's not that bad, to stay in the familiar discomfort rather than face the unfamiliar unknown. But the brave path, the path that leads to actual freedom, is to look the truth in the eye and say, I see you, and I'm ready to do whatever it takes to honor you. Tomorrow's truth bomb is a gift, but only if you're willing to receive it, only if you're willing to let it shatter your illusions, only if you're willing to reclaim the power it's offering you. So ask yourself, am I ready? Am I willing? Can I handle the truth even if it hurts? Can I reclaim my power even if it means everything changes? Because if the answer is yes, if you're ready to face whatever tomorrow brings, then you're about to experience one of the most liberating moments of your life. The chains are breaking. The truth is coming. Your power is returning. All you have to do is claim it. If you're still watching, I'd like to thank you for your attention. This Mercury-Pluto conjunction tomorrow is not something to take lightly, and the fact that you're here, preparing yourself, shows that you're ready for what's coming. If you enjoyed this content and want to stay updated on the cosmic shifts happening throughout 2026, please consider clicking the subscribe button. Your support means everything. Feel free to share your experiences or thoughts in the comments below, especially if you're an Aquarius, Leo, or Taurus. I want to hear how this truth bomb hits you. Until next time, take care, trust the process, and subscribe for more insightful content.